Hey everyone, and welcome to the How To channel. Today we're diving into something super important, voting in the US presidential election. It might seem complicated, but trust me, it's not as daunting as you might think. Every vote counts, every single one. Think about it this way. Your vote is like your voice in a giant room full of people. If you don't speak up, no one will know what you think. You contribute to the decisions that affect your life, your community, your country. So whether you're a seasoned voter or a first-timer, stick around because we're breaking down the entire process, step by step. Now I know what you might be thinking. Does my vote really matter? Absolutely, it does. The President of the United States makes decisions that affect every single one of us. From healthcare and education to the economy and national security, the President's policies shape our lives in countless ways. When you vote, you're directly influencing those policies. You're choosing the leader who aligns with your values and who you believe will best represent your interests. Think about the issues you care about most. Is it climate change, social justice, economic inequality? By voting, you're putting those issues front and center. And when enough people raise their voices together, real change happens. The decisions made today will impact the world we leave behind for our children and grandchildren. By participating in the electoral process, you're helping to shape a brighter future for everyone. Are you ready to make your voice heard? Awesome. Then buckle up because we're about to embark on a journey through the ins and outs of voting in the US presidential election. We'll break down all the essential information into bite-sized chunks, so you'll be a voting pro in no time. In the next section, we'll dive right into the first step, registering to vote. So grab a pen and paper or bookmark this video because you won't want to miss a thing. All right, folks, let's kick things off with the first hurdle in our voting journey, registration. Think of it like signing up for a marathon, except instead of running 26.2 miles, you're casting a ballot that shapes the nation's future. Registering to vote ensures that everyone casting a ballot is eligible and doing so in the right place. It's about maintaining the integrity of our elections and making sure every vote counts. But don't sweat it. The registration process is way easier than you might think, especially with our handy-dandy guide. Section 2, Eligibility. Are you in? Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of registration, let's make sure you're eligible to vote in the first place. First things first, you gotta be a US citizen. Next up, you need to be at least 18 years old by election day. Now there's one more important thing to keep in mind. Residency. You need to be a resident of the state where you're registering to vote. Just be honest about where you live, and you're good to go. Section 3, Registration Avenues, your options explored. All right, so you've checked all the eligibility boxes, and you're ready to register. First up, we've got the classic method registering by mail. You can usually snag these forms at your local library, post office, or even online. Once you've filled it out, just pop it in the mailbox and voila, you're on your way to becoming a registered voter. Many states now offer online voter registration, which is about as convenient as it gets. Section 4, Deadline Drama. Don't miss the boat. Hold your horses there, eager voters. Before you rush off to register, there's one crucial detail you absolutely cannot afford to miss: registration deadlines. These deadlines vary from state to state and can sneak up on you faster than a cheetah on a sugar rush. To find your state's registration deadline, simply hop onto the internet and do a quick search for your state voter registration deadline. Section 5, Confirmation Celebration. You're officially registered. Woohoo! You've filled out the forms, met the deadlines, and officially joined the ranks of registered voters. Give yourself a pat on the back, do a little victory dance. You've earned it. Once you've registered, keep an eye out for a voter registration card in the mail. If you don't receive your voter registration card within a reasonable time frame, just reach out to your local election office and they'll be happy to help you out. Section 1. Casting your ballot. A buffet of choices. All right, registered voters, we're moving on to the main course of our election feast, casting your ballot. And just like a buffet with endless options, the U.S. voting system offers a variety of ways to make your voice heard. First up, we've got the classic Election Day voting, where you head to your designated polling place and cast your vote in person. But hey, we get it. Sometimes life throws curveballs and you need a little more flexibility. That's where early voting and absentee voting come in, offering convenient alternatives to Election Day voting. The important thing is that you choose the method that works best for you and exercise your right to be heard. Section 2. Early voting. Beat the crowds. Let's start with early voting, the ultimate solution for those who like to avoid the Election Day rush. Early voting allows you to cast your ballot in person at designated polling locations in the days or weeks leading up to Election Day. Now, the specific dates and times for early voting vary depending on your state and county. You can easily find all the necessary information on your state's election website or by contacting your local election office. Section 3. Absentee voting. Vote from anywhere. Now let's talk about absentee voting, the ultimate voting hack for those who are always on the go or simply prefer the comfort of their own homes. Absentee voting allows you to cast your ballot by mail, eliminating the need to physically visit a polling place on Election Day. This option is especially beneficial for people who are traveling, have disabilities, or are unable to vote in person for other reasons. To request an absentee ballot, you'll typically need to contact your local election office or visit their website. Once you've completed your ballot, simply follow the instructions for returning it by mail or dropping it off at a designated location. It's all about empowering every eligible voter to participate in our democracy, no matter their circumstances. Section 4. Election Day. Voting, the grand finale. Last but not least, we have the grand finale of our voting extravaganza, Election Day voting. It's the day we've all been waiting for, the day when citizens across the nation unite to exercise their right to vote and shape the future of our country. Election Day voting is all about tradition, community, and the collective energy of democracy in action. It's a chance to head to your designated polling place, greet your fellow voters, and cast your ballot in person, experiencing the full weight of this fundamental civic duty. So grab your ID, double-check your polling location, and get ready to rock the vote on Election Day. Section 1. Navigating Election Day, your guide to a smooth vote. All right, Patriots, the big day is finally here. Election Day. You've registered, you've done your research, and you're ready to make your voice heard. Today's the day we turn those I voted stickers into badges of honor. But before you head out the door, let's run through some key tips to make sure your Election Day experience is as smooth as a freshly paved highway. First things first, remember that knowledge is power, especially when it comes to voting. Before you even think about leaving the house, double-check your polling place location and hours of operation. Trust me, the last thing you want is to show up at the wrong place or after they close. By arriving early or during off-peak hours, you'll minimize your wait time and avoid feeling rushed. And hey, while you're at it, why not spread the Election Day love? Encourage your friends, family, and even that friendly barista to get out there and vote. Polling place prep, what to bring and what to leave behind. All right, you're ready to roll up to your polling place like a boss, but hold on a sec. Make sure you're equipped with everything you need and nothing you don't. First and foremost, the golden ticket to Election Day success, your identification. Voter ID laws vary by state, so check the specific requirements in your area. Consider bringing something to keep you occupied while you wait in line. Leave anything that could be considered electioneering or campaigning at home. Polling places are neutral zones, so keep the focus on voting itself. Section 3. Finding your polling place. No more Election Day wandering. Okay, we're getting down to the wire here, folks. You've got your ID, you've got your entertainment, and you're ready to rock the vote. But hold on a second. Where exactly are you going? Don't worry, we're not sending you on a wild goose chase. Finding your polling place is easier than navigating a grocery store with a well-organized shopping list. The simplest and most reliable way to pinpoint your polling place is to visit your state's election website. They usually have a handy-dandy Find Your Polling Place tool where you can simply enter your address, and voila. Polling place information at your fingertips. But hey, we get it. Sometimes technology fails us, or maybe you're more of a talk to a real human kind of person. No worries. You can always contact your local election office directly. They're like the polling place gurus, ready to answer all your questions and point you in the right direction. Once you've got your polling place locked and loaded, consider jotting down the address or taking a screenshot of the information. That way, you'll have it handy even if your phone decides to take an unexpected nap. Section 4. Inside the voting booth. Casting your ballot with confidence. You've made it to your polling place, checked in, and now you're at the voting booth, the heart of democracy. Before you cast your ballot, take a deep breath and follow these tips. Take your time. This isn't a race. Read each question or candidate choice carefully. There's no right or wrong answer, only your choices. Familiarize yourself with the voting machine instructions. If you have questions, ask a poll worker for help. Review your ballot before casting it. Once confident, follow the instructions to cast your vote and make it official. Section 5. After the vote, celebrate, stay informed, and spread the word. Congratulations, my friend, you did it! You've officially joined the ranks of responsible citizens who exercised their right to vote. Now go ahead and treat yourself to something special. A celebratory donut, a victory dance, or maybe even a nap. You've earned it. But hold on, the journey doesn't end there. After you've basked in the glory of casting your ballot, take some time to reflect on the experience. What issues mattered most to you? What were the key factors that influenced your decisions? Engaging with the electoral process goes beyond simply casting a vote. It's about staying informed and understanding the issues that shape our world. Now let's spread that post-vote glow. Share your voting experience with your friends and family, encouraging them to get involved in the democratic process. Post a selfie with your I voted sticker, share your thoughts on social media, or simply strike up a conversation about the importance of civic engagement. And hey, don't forget to stay engaged even after the election is over. Follow the news, research the candidates, and stay informed about the issues that matter most to you. Remember, democracy is an ongoing process, and our voices are most powerful when we use them consistently and thoughtfully. Hey there, first-time voters. We see you and we hear you. Stepping into the voting booth for the first time can feel like entering a whole new world. Kind of like starting a new school or going on a first date. Exciting, but maybe a little nerve-wracking too. But trust us, you've got this. Think of us as your trusty voting sidekicks, here to guide you every step of the way and banish those first-time jitters. Remember, everyone was a first-time voter once, even the most seasoned political junkies. We all started right where you are now, eager to make our voices heard, but maybe a little unsure of the ropes. The good news is, voting is like riding a bike. Once you've done it once, it becomes second nature. So take a deep breath, channel your inner voting rock star, and remember, you're not alone on this journey. We've got your back with all the information and encouragement you need to rock that first-time vote. All right. First-timers, we've talked about conquering those voting nerves, but now it's time to arm yourselves with the most powerful tool in a voter's arsenal: knowledge. Think of it like this. You wouldn't show up for a test without studying, right? Well, voting is like taking a test on the future of our country. And trust us, you want to ace this one? Don't worry. We're not talking about memorizing the Constitution or writing a dissertation on political theory. Becoming an informed voter is all about understanding the basics: who's running, what they stand for, and how their policies align with your values. There are tons of resources available to help you become a voting whiz. Check out nonpartisan websites like vote411.org or rockthevote.org for unbiased information on candidates, issues, and voting procedures. You can also explore candidate websites, read news articles, and engage in respectful discussions with friends, family, and that one politically savvy aunt who always seems to have the inside scoop. Remember, knowledge is power, and an informed voter is an empowered voter. By taking the time to research and understand the issues, you're not just casting a vote, you're shaping the future. Here's the thing about voting, first-timers. It's not just about checking boxes on a ballot, it's about making your voice heard on the issues that matter most to you. Think about the things you're passionate about, the changes you want to see in the world, the future you envision for yourself and generations to come. Your vote is your chance to turn those passions into action, to transform those visions into reality. Don't let anyone tell you your vote doesn't matter, especially not in this day and age. In a world often filled with noise and division, your vote is a powerful statement of your values, your beliefs, and your hopes for the future. So, as you head to the polls for the first time, remember this: you have a voice, and your vote is your megaphone. Use it wisely, use it proudly, and use it to create the world you want to live in. And there you have it, folks. We've journeyed through the ins and outs of voting in the U.S. presidential election, from registering to vote to casting your ballot with confidence. You're now armed with the knowledge and know-how to make your voice heard and shape the future of our nation. Remember, every single vote carries weight, especially in a democracy as grand as ours. Your vote is your voice, your chance to stand up for what you believe in and make a difference in the world around you. It's about so much more than just ticking boxes on a ballot. It's about participating in a system that grants us the power to choose our leaders and shape our collective destiny. So, what are you waiting for? Mark your calendars, set those reminders, and get ready to rock the vote. Whether you're a seasoned voter or a first-timer, let's make this election one for the history books. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to spread the word. Encourage your friends, family, and even that chatty neighbor to join the movement and exercise their right to vote. Together, let's make our voices heard and create a brighter future for all. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the How To channel for more helpful tips.